Hello Cancer, this is Crystal here with your reading for April. Well, starting from now and going for the whole month of April and maybe a little bit beyond. I had shuffled the cards, but I wanted to shuffle them again anyway. I'll be making this a short reading, and I also want to apologize for being away for such a long time and not posting any more readings, but it's been really, since I finished my last readings, and that was shortly after the war started in Ukraine, and since then it was really heavy energy, and it was not really energy. I'm going to do this differently, like that. It was not energy that was helpful for me to do readings, and my energy wasn't right. So in order for me to do good readings or do solid readings, I need my energy to be all right. The only thing I did was small and short readings on TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, please check me out on there. The link is below in the comments, or in the description box, really, not in the comments. Also, if you want to win a tarot reading with me, I am opening up a competition. Well, the competition has been open for a while. And if you want to enter, I will tell you how to do so at the end of this video. So stick around for that. And I also want to tell you that this reading is like for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. But if you don't resonate with the reading, please go and have a look at your own rising sign video or your own moon sign video. And please leave behind what does not resonate, because this is a general reading. It's not for everybody. You may not resonate with everything I say. You may resonate with it. You may resonate partially. You may not resonate. So it depends on your context. Always, cards do need a context, and I can't give context for all Cancer suns out there. That's why I say go and have a look at your rising sign or your moon sign video, because that helps sometimes. So sorry, I have a frog in my throat. Anyway, so I'm going to keep this short because I don't want to deplete my energy again. My energy is on the low side still, so I'm keeping this short. Cancer, this is your energy, the strength. And this energy is representing your energy, so it's asking you, really, this card is asking you to stick it through, to just hold on, to not let your fears get the better of you and then you don't see a way out. This card is asking you to remain calm, to remain patient, to also have trust that, things will happen in a good way, so that things will be solved. Now, I don't know what the context is, so I need to turn around these other cards, which I'm going to do. But I also want you to know that the way I do cards, they're not prescriptive. That means they're not like the ultimate truth written in stone, and there is nothing else you can do. It all depends on you, on your context, on your personal choices, and you have that power to be in control of your own life. So please don't give away your power only to the cards because the cards say so. Just use them as a sort of guidance, as like a manual that you wouldn't follow to the letter. Sometimes when you do IKEA stuff and you open those little booklets and then you just skip a few steps, and then sometimes you have to go back because you skipped a few steps. But sometimes it works out anyway. That's how you use the cards as well. You can use them, but don't do it too strictly. Okay, so what is happening here? I feel that I'm going to start with the Six of Swords because that's the card that draws my attention, that is calling me. And you see this person floating in the clouds, and there's an anchor coming down, and here's an island. But the anchor is not yet touching the ground. So this card, Six of Swords, usually indicates that there is like a transition going on, that you're in between things, in between situations, maybe in between jobs, maybe in between relationships, maybe in between a housing situation, maybe in between, a decision making. that you don't know what to do yet, and that you're standing in front of a decision making, but you have no idea how you want to do that. You have an idea where you want to go, but you don't know how. Sometimes we have a goal, we have a dream, we have a desire, but we don't know how to get there or when we will get there. And that is this card. The hows and the whens and the details are not clear. You have a big picture in mind. You see your island, you know your prize, you know the end goal, that's the island here, but you haven't touched base yet, and you have no good idea, because this person is not looking, she's not looking down to this island, she's just looking away, but she's, sort of fiddling around with the anchor to see where it will land. And that's what you're doing. You don't have an idea of the hows and the whens and the details, not yet, because there is a situation here going on that requires a lot of, I think, together with the strength here, it's called for your patience. You can wait. You don't have to decide here just yet, and you just have to trust this process. There's a lot of trust in these two cards. Trusting the process, trusting the flow of things, trusting that details will come as they come on your way, and that can bring fear, yes, and that's why you have to stay calm and trust the process and see it through. But the Temperance card is really reinforcing this card, and it also says that if you see it through and if you give it time, the pieces of the puzzle will come, and the pieces of the puzzle, so that you can drop down your anchor and then really come to your end goal. That's going to happen, but you need to have the trust and the patience, because the things are at the moment not clear and the details are not clear. The details, I'm going to start with the Six of Pentacles. There is this situation going on where there's where you're sort of dependent on this person here who's pouring the tea. So you don't have a lot of control over the situation, whatever that situation is that's happening, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's a financial thing, whether it's in your work area of life, whether it's in your own business. There is a situation that is a little bit beyond your control. You have an idea of where you want to go with the situation, but not all the elements are in your control. So maybe you're dependent of a decision that's need to be made by a bank, or maybe you need to wait until all the accounting results are in for a business, for example. Maybe in a relationship there's a bit of a wonky energy, and there is things are not going as smoothly as you want them to go. But it's not only depending on you. There's more people involved. There's more elements involved in this situation. And you don't have control nor over that person, nor over that person. So you need to trust as well. This card is a give and take card, but also, trusting that the process and the elements will come together, but that you have to release the need to control all single elements, because you can't. And that's also why everything is up in the air and you're still floating and you don't know when you can drop that anchor. And you need to temper your emotions, your fears, also your temper, literally tempering your temper. If you have, if you want to be too aggressive or too impulsive, you need to temper that, because we have then two beautiful cards here. So that's why I'm saying be really patient and just let this transition unfold as it needs to unfold, and temper all the fears, because you have these two beautiful cards. You have a Nine of Cups, which is the wishes fulfilled card, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. This card tells me that the elements, look at all the cups here. She's holding all the cups. At the end of this uncertainty, the cups will come to you. The solutions will come. The elements of the puzzle to piece the pieces together and to make it good, and to make you finally drop anchor and get to your goal, get to your dream, get to your desire. Those elements will come together bit by bit. But in the meanwhile, you just need to focus on one thing at a time. because you don't know how things come together. So when a certain thing presents, when a certain element of the puzzle, a certain piece of the solution presents itself, or a certain element that you have to solve or take care of or focus your attention to comes at you, you have to just focus on that and not think 10 steps ahead. Just think one step at a time and focus your attention on that. And if you focus your attention on that, the result will be that, yes, the puzzle pieces come together, and they come together in a good way. And the end result will be there and will be maybe not completely as you hoped or expected, but it will be a good outcome because it's the Nine of Cups. So there is a lot of these cards here. They ask you to really go with the flow of the process, with the flow of the universe, how the universe and how spirit present the things to you, and then take them as they come, without being too aggressive, without being too fearsome, without being too quick to do things, without being, without having all the control that you need to have, because you don't have all the control in your hands. And you really need to understand that it's only going to be solved bit by bit, and that you have to accept that you don't see all the elements, all the house, all the little points, how you get here to the Nine of Cups. You just have to trust that. And that is very hard for people to do. I know. I'm not a Cancer, I'm a Taurus. I don't have any Cancer placements in my chart, but I do have my progressed sun in Cancer just now. And well, it just went there the end of last year, somewhere in the middle of last year, and it brought quite a shift for me. So I'm just saying that I feel that Cancer placement, wanting things to be solved here so that you feel that solid ground again, but that's not the case yet. The anchor is not dropping just yet, and you have to trust and go with this process. So let's see what the Oracle card is bringing. So I told you this is going to be quite a short reading, and from now on going to keep them a little bit shorter, because really at the moment I am not in a place to do very long readings unless it's one a day. But look at this. Nothing is yet set in stone. Yep. That's the thing. You are in transition. And being in transition is a scary place to be. But look at this person. She is okay with being in these dark clouds. And that is you. You have to be okay with being in the dark for a while. And nothing is yet set in stone. It's the mutable moon. I'll go and read what it says here. But with the mutable moon, nothing is fixed yet. But what is possible is that everything comes together, but maybe not in the way that you think it's going to be. So the mutable moon, where is it? The mutable moon. It's page 108, and that's annoying that I always have to go and look where the pages are. So, the mutable moon. It says, mutable is all about change, shape-shifting even. That something is still developing. Yeah. Still developing. You don't have control over all the elements. So you need to temper your expectations as well sometimes. This card indicates that something indeed is changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. Yep. So there's also still room to maneuver here. Even though you're not in control of everything, that you don't know all the elements, there is still room to maneuver your anchor dropping. So you can still make a little bit of changes. And if you're afraid, you focus then on the one thing that you do have control over, and that will come to you step by step. However, there's also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with uncertainty, but you should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone yet. And the other meanings are you're meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now, and that's temperance and the strength card. Be flexible. Adapt. Know that not everything is in your control, and just focus on what is in your control. And that will come to you as a step-by-step process. But the outcome, and this is the outcome for me, this is really end of April, maybe even beginning of May, where things really start coming to you. And don't forget, at the end of April, there's an eclipse. There will be 2 new moons. There will be a new moon in the beginning, a full moon in the middle, and then there will be a new moon in Taurus at the end of April with an eclipse. And that's where things really going to shake up and start moving really in a different direction. So it also says stay with it, whatever it means to you. So it's really also stay with it, tenacity, willpower, seeing it through, because that will bring this about. It will bring about this 9 of Cups if you stay with it. You have to stay the course, but you also have to trust the process and see that not everything is written in stone, not everything is finalized yet. There's also still room for making changes, yes, because the universe will give you opportunities to adapt as you go along, but the outcome will be good. So that's a beautiful reading in a way, isn't it, Cancer? So okay, that's the reading for you. I hope to see you back soon. I hope you liked this. Give me a like, subscribe, click that alarm bell, follow, share, go to my TikTok, follow me there. Look at the cards that I'm doing there. I'm doing a lot more because they're short, they are easier for me to do. They don't take up as much of my time and my energy, especially my energy. Time is not a problem, energy is the problem. And if you want to know how you can win a tarot reading, then I'll tell you now. I will be announcing the winner at the end of March, so the 30th or the 31st. So keep an eye out for the video where I announce the winner. And how do you enter? You just put Magic 2022 in the comments here on YouTube or over on TikTok. Or you can do both. I don't care. You can do it in more videos than one. And I will enter as many times as you have entered your name. So more entering, more names, more comments, more chances you make of winning the free tarot reading. So Cancer, that is it for you for the month of April. And stay strong, stay the course. Just don't try to control it. It's not about controlling things now. It's like letting things unfold. Okay, thank you for now and speak soon. I hope it's not as long as it was now, my absence, but if I refrain to shorter readings, I will be able to do so. Okay, thank you for understanding and see you soon. Bye, Cancer.